First, let me start off by saying I'm not a car expert, I'm not a mechanic, I'm not a professional race car driver. This is simply my account of the events that took place and ultimately my decision to never, ever drag race my M3 again. Here's the story. It was only my second time out at the drag strip, Palm Beach International Raceway. I was tired and I really didn't even want to go, but the weather was really cold, which meant the M3 was going to run a little stronger than usual. Look, I knew there was going to be a ton of muscle cars out there and turbocharged rice burners. Can I say that? I was taking my M3 out of its home turf, the racetrack, and lining it up against cars built for a monkey to stomp on the gas and go straight. So I went anyway.
My goal was simple: match BMW's claim of a 13.4 second quarter mile for stock M3. I did that on my first run.
What? What other car? That was a Chrysler 300 turbocharged. Fast car, but I doubt it would do very well on the actual racetrack. The M3 was clearly out of its element. Beginner's luck? Maybe. So I decided to go again. I should have just gone home.
In this next scene, you'll hear the distinct sound of something braking. That's me braking my rear axle shaft. You also see the car moving from one side to the other every time I give it gas.
My rear end is busted.
Mother piece of son of a piece of monkey
So I didn't know what to do. So I called the very first person I thought of, my longtime buddy Chris. Chris and I have known each other for 7, maybe 8 days. Now Chris is the man when it comes to BMWs, and that's why I called him. I knew that my car was going to be in good hands with him. Actually, I didn't know that. I was just hoping. The second person I called was my therapist, who I've had an intimate relationship with in the past. Not really sure if that's very professional of her. Even though she was 1,000 miles away, she assured me that she would give me a hug if she were here, right after she punched me for breaking my car. I'm not sure if that's very professional either. At this point of the story, I'd like to thank AAA for arbitrarily changing their towing policies. The AAA was agreeing to pay for the first 5 miles of the tow, but I was 40 miles away, and it's $5 for every mile. Damn you, AAA.
Joey, the tow truck driver, was nice though. A guy from New York who had done plenty of drag racing in his time explained to me why BMWs were not made for drag racing. Thanks, Joey.
After I dropped the car off at Chris's house, Joey, the tow truck driver, was nice enough to give me a ride home. It's a $200 ride home. Alright, Chris, so what happened, man?
What happened? Well, let's see here. We went drag racing and launching the clutch at, say, 3,000, 3,500 RPM.
That's about right.
Yes. The spline in the axle shaft decided to shred. So the right side of the car had no power. So I have the axle shaft out, replacing the axle shaft, the hub, and the bearing. Yeah, did a good job.
So this is the carnage here?
Your shaft, A, not supposed to come out like that, and B, These are supposed to have ridges and not be flat, so this part just sheared. You went nowhere.
So would you say that BMWs are not made for drag racing?
In my professional opinion, yes. BMWs are not made for drag racing.
And there's the new one. Old one, new one.
So what was the total for that night? $25 to race. The tow home was $175. Parts total was $750. Special tools and overnight shipping was $360. Total for my quest to beat 13 seconds, $1,310.
Look, I know, it could have been a lot worse. As I was driving my crippled M3 to the gate so I could be picked up by the tow truck driver, I noticed a shiny red Corvette on a flatbed. I hit the wall. That's not even the worst part. The worst part is that the vehicle's computer notified OnStar that it had been in an accident. What do you think the GPS coordinates were? Good luck getting your insurance company to pay for those damages. Damages you did to your car while you were drag racing. OnStar fucked you, man.
Bullshizzle!
So the moral of the story for all you Bavarian Motor Works fans is simple. BMWs are not muscle cars. No, they're not. They are well-balanced vehicles made to hug the road. Hug. Huggy, huggy. They are well-balanced cars made to hang with the best of them on a racetrack, not a drag strip. These are luxury vehicles, not Camaros or Firebirds. Let's treat them as such. Then again, that's just me, and I could be wrong.
Now, what starts with the letter C? Cookie starts with C. Let's think of other things that starts with C. Who cares about the other things? C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. Oh, cookie, cookie, cookie starts with C. Oh, C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. Oh, cookie, cookie, cookie starts with C. Hey, you know what? A round cookie with one bite out of it looks like a C.